Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am not here to scare you. I am here to prepare you. And so, being Star-Lord New Thor 7, your planetary defense commander, I have the morning shift this morning while everyone is sleeping, and I'm bringing you any important data set that comes out as it comes out, because we have a limited time to prepare for this event and evacuate, if that is what you're going to choose to do because you are in a high danger area. Now, this is brought to us by Beth Carpenter, TDS Weather, at B_Carp01. The latest European data also suggests significant wave heights up to 48 feet along the Carolina coastline Thursday morning. Devastating storm surge and flooding likely near landfall. Now, as you can see, the upper level is pink is 40, red is 30, and orange is 18. And so, as this pushes on shore, this could cause some pretty devastating and pretty catastrophic flooding. Technically, it's been why I've been talking about this situation for 10 months, or this storm for 10 days, because we are in a new normal where Mother Earth is changing itself. Our magnetic poles are moving faster than ever, and our seasons are changing. So we have to prepare and adapt together. We got to change together if we are going to survive this. So we have a very active situation going on in the ocean across the world. You've got Hurricane Florence, which we are monitoring closely. Hurricane Isaac, which we are monitoring closely. And Hurricane Helene, which we were monitoring closely. And then we've got Hurricane Olivia in the Pacific. And those are broken. So it is definitely an active time. And it's like, all you got to do is look at this to see how weird the weather actually is. Right now, San Antonio is going under some major flooding. And the Northeast is going to get hit, is getting hit before Hurricane Florence. This will happen in a few days, and this is going to exacerbate river flooding level problems. We have 109 rivers flooding right now in the United States of America. And this storm is giant, slow moving, and a heavy rainmaker. If you are in its path, be careful. Katya, you're definitely going to want to wear your boots with your umbrella. If you need somebody to hold your umbrella, I could probably do that. So, you guys everybody needs to be prepared and stay aware. If the weird weather hasn't hit you yet, stick around. It will. And another thing that I bring to you, this is just a Thor News theory, and that's what I love about being an independent scientist, astronomer, solar physicist, and meteorologist, that I don't have to agree with anybody. And I can have my own theories. I don't care. I ain't got to agree with anybody. I can just be like, this is my theory. Let's put it to the test. And one of my theories has been that the volcano situation is extremely active. So the Popocatépetl volcano in Mexico just erupted moments ago. And so I've noticed San Antonio in this area of southern West Texas gets flooding before the volcano explodes. We'll put more research into that, but we've had volcanic eruptions this year, and today in Mexico, you had some major ones in Guatemala. In Hawaii, we have volcanoes erupting, a volcano erupting, and then in the Galapagos Islands, we also have volcanic eruptions happening. So that is, just since last hurricane season, which was very bad, by the way. I don't know if you remember. So like you have Hawaii, Galapagos Islands, Guatemala, Popocatépetl, like that whole region, those are all new volcano areas with volcanic activity. And so I'm guessing volcanoes make things hotter and more unstable, whether it be the air, the water, or the wind. And I know air and wind are the same thing. They just sounded good together. And so, whereas science will tell you, hey, guess what? Volcano activity is totally normal. I'm like, no, it's not, dude. Because this is erupted, this is erupted, this is erupted, and this is erupted since last hurricane season. So that is not normal. But it's government. You know, government's good at not communicating very well, especially the longer we get into the future. So it is an active situation. I wouldn't treat this like any other hurricane season or any other time in history. This is just my theory. Please get your information from multiple sources and make your own decision for you, your family, your friends, and your pets. I'm just here trying to help you, give you the information to make good, solid choices. And remember, not only was I talking about this storm after last hurricane season when I said we are going to get hit by 2 or more hurricanes again next year, which is now, I've been pretty much telling everybody that this thing is a major threat to the East Coast with assurance for a week. And nothing I've seen has made me think anything other than that. The Euro model has a direct hit on North Carolina, and these models have been wonky and untrustable. So, you know, if you're on the coast, I definitely recommend paying close attention. But if you'll notice, it has a direct impact on North Carolina, and then it kind of hangs around and fidgets and then goes back out to sea. The GFS, I got to warn you, is kind of doomy. If you can't handle possible doomy information, then you may want to click off now. The GFS has Hurricane Florence hitting North Carolina, moving very slowly, kind of rolling up the northeast coast, and then expanding into a giant storm and heading out to sea. And it hits at about a Category 4, 150 mile per hour winds. Whoa, 910? 910 would make it a Category 5. If that was a 910, which it was, that would be a Category 5. So you have both models, one suggesting possible 48-foot waves on the coast of the Carolinas, one suggesting over 150 mile per hour winds. And so the rain we're talking about would bring the rain would be X amount, and then the storm surge. So right here, this is 2 feet, 24 inches. The yellow is 2 feet of rain, and that doesn't include the storm surge, which could be 10 to 20 feet or higher. The storm surge in Katrina was 26 feet. So I wouldn't treat this like any other hurricane. You may have been on the coast your whole life and been like, I've been through Cat 4s and I've been through a lot of storms. This ain't your daddy's weather system anymore, man. Things have changed. And so we will continue to monitor everything, but all the data points seem to be pointing towards a almost assured landfall, although I will take a miracle out to sea option any day of the week, and this having potential to be one of the biggest or the biggest disaster weather-wise in American history. And along the coast we have 110 million people, and remember, their soils are saturated and they're getting rain as we speak. Lots of rain. So it's up to you to make up your mind. But if you are in the path of direct landfall, I would head west. That area covers a giant, where are we? That goes Zoe, you know how I feel. I want you to leave. Zoe's in Virginia. But yeah, this area right here, all the way almost up into Raleigh, and all that water is going to push in. I mean, think of Earth like a snow globe. You know, it doesn't take much for the water in a snow globe to swish one way. And this is going to be storm surge where the land becomes part of the ocean for a while. And I think the erosion we're going to see along the beaches is going to be major. Remember, this is just the start of this wild hurricane season. We've probably got about 5 more weeks left. So get ready to work together as an American family and to think outside of the box. I highly recommend you prepare, plan, and pay close attention and listen to your gut and your instinct most. But please, if there were ever a time for all of Americans to put aside their petty political differences and work together for a common good and a common goal, that time is now. So, I highly recommend you staying cool. And we'll try and work through this together. But yeah, if this thing hits, it's going to be catastrophic, probably. As your planetary defense commander, I'm not here to put too much sugar on your bread, baby. This has 20 to 25 foot waves. So we are looking at different possibilities, but most of them seem bad. What is it? This is the GFS, the Rainmaker. So I appreciate you being here with me, paying attention. Yeah, that's a tight rain core for sure. So I want everybody to stay cool, be cool, have a great day. Don't panic. But remember, the stress levels, if you are in the way of danger, get higher closer to the event. So try and do all your planning and preparing now if you can. But, I mean, that's like, this is what, 4 inches every 3 hours? So I did see one estimate that said certain areas could get up to 78 inches of rain, though that can't be verified, and I wouldn't totally base anything off that, and I can't even name the region. But it doesn't sound outlandish considering that we've seen Harvey drop 60 inches, and then Tropical Storm Lane drop 50 inches. And these are both within almost the last year. Another thing to note is it lands about Thursday, late Thursday, Thursday night, and then it goes to Tuesday. So that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. This is going to be like a 4 to 5 day event that affects the East Coast. So please don't take this lightly. We will make it through this. But remember, united we stand, rebuild together, or divided we fall and drown. Better days are ahead. We just got to make it through this. Right, everybody stay cool, and I will be talking to you the whole way through. Peace out.